All right, this has been the Zero Disrespect podcast. We'll see y'all later. Anyway, no, continue. Continue.
I feel like he's due for a scoring outburst.
Oh, without doubt.
He hasn't scored. I don't remember how much he scored against Alvin Christian.
He was in like around 18 range, something like that. I want to say.
I think, especially if PJ comes back, I think he'll go off because the defense is going to pay more attention to PJ than they would Tyler Hero. So
yeah.
Either way, I think he's going to come out and score well, score a lot of points, and he'll carry us over. Not carry us, but like help us get past Houston.
Yeah.
With a score of 69 to 65.
69-65. So we both have 4-point games. You have a 5-point game. This game.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Zero Disrespect podcast. I am joined with my co-hosts, Isaac Calvert and Zack Kessinger. Sorry, my bad.
Wow.
Okay. Sorry, I don't really do the introduction.
Hey, lately he's been on a roll.
Yeah. Thank you. And we are also joined today with special guest Wyatt. Wyatt, how are you doing?
Lovely.
Great to hear.
Oxley.
Oxley, whichever you It's Oxley. I don't know. People call me Oakley sometimes. Hey, that's not my name. That's king to you, boy.
I gotta put a twang to it. Oxley.
Moving on.
Cool.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard that one.
Well, we started out the show with our last edition of the podcast. Jack was the most accurate when it came to predicting player of the game / score. I was pretty close to the score. I was only 3 off for each team. I knew they would win by 4. But Jack, we'll let you give your thoughts. You're your host today, so
Yeah. Well, I was like pretty much 100% correct except for the score. I mean, not to like flex or anything.
Yeah.
But I just saw the clip. I said if PJ Washington's going to play, Tyler Hero is going to go off, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, every single time PJ or Reed got the ball, they would double team, and that left either the other person on the block or Tyler Hero wide open. And that's just what happened that entire game. We really shouldn't have gave up that lead. Shout out to Tyler though for hitting that shot. I mean, they came back, they still got the win. Maybe not the way we wanted it, but they got it either way.
you see, I knew it would be a low-scoring affair just because of what Houston's defense has done all season and what Kentucky's defense has done in the second half of the season. Especially in the game against Wofford, we proved we can guard the 3-point line. The perimeter defense has improved tremendously from
Not that second half.
not the second half as much. We'll get into that here in just a second, but we proved we can guard the perimeter effectively, and we can come up clutch when it matters the most. I was just saying, Ashton Higgins, he wasn't doing too much. Emmanuel Quickly was a better point guard yesterday, but when it mattered, Ashton Higgins, he pulled through for us with some clutch free throws and a wonderful defense. So congratulations to the entire Kentucky team, for that matter. They all came together as a band of brothers and pulled through with victory. And congratulations to P.J. Washington on coming back as well. He was, if he wasn't playing, we wouldn't have won.
Yeah, 100%.
That's saying it lightly,
That's what Cal said too.
Yeah, I think he had 20 points,
16
points.
Tyler
Tyler
had
had 19. That's what it was. He had 16 points. Coming off the bench as well. So that's tremendous work right there. I think PJ, if he did not play in this game, our defense would have struggled tremendously. And our
If
offense.
PJ didn't play in that game yesterday, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, we would.
We had that block at the end of the game.
Yeah, that block. I think that block was a lot more important than the 3, because that block, if they would have scored, then we would have had to made a 3 just to go to overtime. So defense wins championships. In this case, defense wins Sweet 16. Kentucky's going to the Elite 8 for the 7th time in 10 years under Coach Calipari.
Yeah,
that's a tremendous milestone.
Oh, yeah.
He just passed Adolph Rupp for most playoff wins as well. So it's been a milestone night.
Right, 31.
Yeah. It's a great day here in Wildcat Nation over here in Lexington, Kentucky. Zack, what was your thoughts on the game last night? We were all watching it together.
It was very nerve-wracking, honestly. And
You were pacing all over the place.
I do that a lot, but I think definitely at the end I really had a good reason to.
Everyone was at the end.
Yeah.
Like you said, PJ Washington, that block was very, it was very important to winning that game. Like you said, if they would have scored, we would have had to make it 3, and in order to go into overtime. But it was very, I don't think we should have been in that position, definitely not. But I think we were definitely blessed to have PJ Washington playing, because again, if he wasn't playing, we would not be talking about the game, because we wouldn't have won. And so I think we just got lucky last night. It was very.
Wyatt, what was your thoughts on it? You were there as well.
I thought they played great in the first half. They really shut down Houston. They weren't getting any shots in the paint. The only time that they were really getting any points is if they were making a 3, or if they were just lobbing it up and hoping it was going in.
Yeah.
Because they weren't, because we out-rebounded them, 4-1.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
the ratio was like 4-1.
Our offensive rebounds were off the
Yeah.
charts, like compared to theirs.
That was
we
one
were,
thing too.
we were crushing them in the paint. But what happened yesterday is something that I've been talking about for the last 3 or 4 years, is that these the Kentucky teams of the last 3 or 4 seasons have basically lacked the knockout blow, if that makes sense. Where it used to be the case, when Davis and Wall and all them were playing, and even the Harrison twins to an extent. When those teams were playing, they would go on runs and they could, score 20 straight points and blow the other teams out. You knew that if once they go on a run, that the other team wasn't going to come back.
Yeah.
Well, that's not really the case. We were up 13 in the second half, and we're probably 1 or 2 plays away from losing that game.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. If like I said, if PJ didn't get that block, I don't think we would have won.
No.
Very good points right there. Jack, what did you think?
I was gonna say part of the reason they got some offense, Houston got offensive rebounds in the second half. That's kind of what sparked that comeback.
Yeah.
I think that our big guys, got a little not lazy, but
I can tell a difference between
Yeah.
the first half front court and the second half front court.
Yeah.
I think PJ, well, he's not used to playing as much. You could tell he was getting a little gassed. In the second half, he was shooting free
they
throws.
looked a little more disoriented because
Yeah.
they were letting Houston get these rebounds where we should have take out the rebound easily, and they get 3 or 4 shots off.
Yeah, rebounding in the second half was totally not compared to the first half. It was horrible to watch. Our bigs just couldn't grab it down. Keldon, who's usually a great rebounder, he just couldn't get it in the second half much. But we still have rebounded them offensively and defensively, so I'll take that. But when the key rebounds mattered most, is the ones where we weren't grabbing them down. But all in all, Kentucky got the win. That's all that matters, in my opinion. I don't care how you win, you just got to do it somehow.
Give credit to Houston though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Houston is a wonderful team. I
Yeah.
watched them all season, pretty much. If they were on television, I'd watch them. Corey Davis Jr. He's a great player. And, great 3-point shooting team, great defensive team as well. So you got to give credit where credit is due. Congratulations to the Houston Cougars on such a great season in general. They were tied to the best record in all of Division I. So you got to give credit to where credit is due. But now we move on to Auburn. Kentucky versus Auburn, Part 3. They always say a third time's a charm, but in this case, it's not in our favor. Auburn's lost twice to us in the regular season. They're playing us a third time in our season. Both of our seasons are on the line. Auburn has been on fire as of late. They destroyed Kansas and North Carolina 2 in a row. 2 blue bloods. They're facing the third one. Who knows what's going to go down? They just lost Chumo Okiki in the last 8 minutes of the North Carolina game. So that's going to be a key loss for them heading into the Elite Eight tomorrow afternoon against Kentucky. Kentucky has had their fair share of injuries this year. With Reed Travis being out of numerous games, and PJ Washington with his ankle sprain. It's not fun when you lose a player, and we wish all the best to Chumo Kiki. I hope he heals up soon, and he's going to be a monster next season. I'm just saying, he's a monster already this season.
Yeah, 20 points before.
20 points, 11 rebounds.
Before he even went out.
8 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, 8 minutes left. That's huge.
Do we know what happened to him?
They say
I don't think they completely diagnosed it.
Yeah, but what it looked like, it didn't look like he broke anything. It looks like a knee sprain like Travis had. But I don't think he's going to play at all tomorrow unless, God himself touches him and heals him.
Speaking from experience, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah. But, you've had your fair share of knee troubles in the past. But
That reminds me, people that are viewing this can see them too.
he has his battle wounds right here. He went to war, but no, Chumo Kiki, great player. Auburn's just a great team in general. Kentucky beat them by like 2 points the first meeting and 30 points the second time. So predicting this game is going to be a little challenging, just because they're both way different teams now than they were the second meeting right in the first one. So we'll go keys to winning the game and player of the game, and then we'll do final score afterwards. So we'll go Zack. We'll go all the way over to me.
Okay. Defense, definitely controlling the ball. Making smart plays, honestly, and really, just work as a team. And really, we need some players to step up. Definitely, we need. I know, obviously, Hero. Yeah, he made the 3 last night, and that really helped us. That we needed it, but he's really kind of got to have that all. Like this whole next game, he needs that. I think EJ Montgomery really. He did pretty good last night.
I think everybody in general stepped it up last night.
So
Higgins, even then, like in the last 5 minutes, he was playing wonderful defense.
But I think as long as people do their fair share, I think really that's about it.
Yeah.
Defense,
No one played
control,
like
smart plays.
bad throughout the entire game.
Yeah. No, like if they weren't executing on offense, they were executing on defense, and vice versa.
Higgins just had 3 dumb fouls. That he
Yeah.
shouldn't have done.
He had 2 in the first half. That was kind of scary. Then Reed got in foul trouble towards the end. I didn't want to lose Reed in that situation either. But, so who's your player of the game going into this one? Facing Auburn, facing twice.
I think PJ.
PJ?
Yeah.
He's player of the game both times, I'm pretty sure. So it's really good for your estimate.
All right. Zach kind of already said it, but perimeter defense is definitely the number 1 key, number 1, number 2, and the number 3 key against Auburn. But then after that, just to throw something else in there, I'm going to go with turnovers, because Kentucky last game had a crap ton of turnovers.
Yeah.
And we just can't do that with Auburn right now. Especially they're so hot right now that they'll give up a wide open layup and just shoot a 3. If that happens all game, we have no chance of winning.
Yeah.
So, those are my keys to the game. I'm going to say player of the game. We'll go with Kelvin Johnson.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna say number 1 key. Is the camera?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure. All right. Hey, I don't want to look at the wrong thing. All right, so I would say I would say the number 1 key is probably definitely covering the 3-point line, because that's their bread and butter. That's how, if they lead us, that's how they'll do it. I would also say, limit the turnovers, because it's really how Houston was able to get back in the game yesterday. If we don't turn it over as many times as we do, they don't get back in it, and we probably win by 15. By definitely a comfortable margin.
Yeah.
And I would also say another key is we have to be better at the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Because what if they get hot tomorrow? Because what happens if Auburn gets hot tomorrow, and all at once they're making threes, all at once we're losing by 10 points, and we, like you said, we can't just be dribbling up and getting layups every time.
Yeah.
So I think just in case that happens, we're going to have to keep pace with them and make threes.
Yeah, and that's all right. Who should play the game?
Player of the game. I'm going to pick a wild card. I'm going to go Ashton Higgins.
Ashton Higgins, interesting. I like it. But yeah, basically, You guys said it all pretty much. I mean, we've proved we're a perimeter defensive team now, especially against three-point shooting teams like Wofford and Houston. Houston's a great defending team, and that definitely showed yesterday. We had an 11-point lead in the half, and we were down by like 4 at one point. So I think hitting shots is the biggest thing right now. Hero obviously had 19 points last night. PJ was 16 off the bench. Everybody scored but Baker, and whether it be like 2 points or 19 points, everybody's got to score. I think that's going to be key. We've proved we're a defensive team on the perimeter, and just in general, we're just a powerhouse. We allow 52.7 points per game as of yesterday, and so that makes us. I'm pretty sure we're still the best, defensive team in this. You could say Texas Tech maybe, or Michigan State possibly, but even then they gave up 63 to LSU yesterday. But I mean that's saying something too. LSU's a one-game team, but Kentucky, they've proved they can guard the perimeter. Now the question is, can they hit from the perimeter? Like you said, Wyatt, they need to hit threes because we have to match the same level of talent that Auburn has from the three-point line. Also, we have to execute free throws. Tyler Harrell missed his first free throw in a while, and
PJ missed it.
Yeah, PJ. I mean, we all have to hit our free throws. That's going to be key. We missed 4 or 5 free throws yesterday. We could have.
A lot of them were in crunch time too.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to execute those. We need to just hit shots in general. And if we hit shots, the defense will get back on defense and they'll do their job. So player of the game, there's a lot of contention right now. Kelvin Johnson always plays good against Auburn. PJ Washington was player of the game in that 30-point win. However, this time I'm going to go Tyler Hero. I was watching the 2014-15 run, with Aaron Harrison. I feel like it's going to be a close game. I think Tyler Hero, he's going to be the hero again. I think he's going to hit some kind of clutch three. It's going to send us on to the Final Four. So, we'll go score predictions. We'll go from here to here. Both teams can shoot a lot. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm saying 82-78. Kentucky.
I'm going to go, I think Kentucky wins 74-68. So I'm going to put the margin at 74-68, that's 6 points. I'm going to put the margin at plus or minus 1.
Plus or minus 1. Okay. So it's going to be about a 5-7 point game.
Yeah, it'll be close.
It will be close. It's going to be a shootout as well.
Oh, yeah.
3-point. If you love 3-point games, this is a game to watch.
All right. Kiki's not playing today, so I think Kentucky's going to get the win, or tomorrow, not today. But Kentucky's going to get the win 76-70.
I'm going to say 77-73.
Yeah, I didn't even bring up Chumo Kiki not playing. That's going to hurt them quite a bit. Yeah, they don't have much depth either, from what it seems like. We've got Bryce Brown, Jared Harper. They're amazing guards. They can hit the three. Horace Spencer and PJ, they have history, so most likely that'll be a really good matchup for PJ. He's done it twice. Why not do it again? So with that being said, best luck to Kentucky and best luck to Auburn as well. Hope you heal up soon. Chumo Kiki, if you're watching this, while rehabbing, it's very therapeutic, as you might say. But best luck to them. They're a wonderful team. But let's just hope Kentucky can get the job done. So,
yeah.
But with that being said, we have a lot more games to cover. Let's talk about Elite Eight. We have Duke and Michigan State playing tomorrow night. We have Kentucky Auburn playing tomorrow night. Today, however, in about an hour and a half, we have Virginia and Purdue. Well, they're later tonight. So we have Gonzaga and Texas Tech here in about an hour and a half. We have Virginia and Purdue. We'll give our rankings here in a minute for each team. I just want to talk about Gonzaga versus Texas Tech for a second. I know typically Gonzaga and Texas Tech, they're not televised on TV much. And if they are, I usually try to watch them. It's offense versus defense in this game. Rui Hachimura for Gonzaga is a playmaker if he goes to the NBA, I could definitely see him top 5, top 10 possibly. But I don't know. Defense wins games, and if that's the case, Texas Tech has got this in the bag. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the Super Bowl of like Broncos Seahawks, the best offense and the best defense. We knew that happened. You know, Seahawks just dominated the Broncos.
Yep.
Like about 40 points, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know. I think that one's going to lean Texas Tech's way, in my opinion, just because they've been red hot all season, and they held Michigan to only 40-something points. So, and that's crazy too.
He's 48.
48. Yeah, they were unstoppable on defense.
They won by 20, didn't they?
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
19. Yeah.
I looked before.
Yeah, appreciate it. Also, we have Virginia and Purdue. Virginia has been slacking quite a bit. I will say that.
So have a lot of the teams in this tournament that are still
They
in,
haven't
but-
really played anyone yet, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. They played 16 seed, which they were losing at halftime. So
Yeah.
They played the worst 9 seed in the tournament.
Yeah.
Oklahoma. And then
And
Oregon.
they're 12 seed.
Yeah.
They haven't played a top 10 seed besides Oklahoma. Or a top 5 seed. We'll just say
And
that.
Oklahoma wasn't even 500 in the conference.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
You know. But yeah, I think Virginia and Purdue, this one's going to be an interesting matchup. Purdue is insanely good at shooting the three ball. Klein and Carson Edwards, they are insane. Like, these guys are machines. I'm not the biggest fan of Purdue, but I have to respect the hell out of what they did to Tennessee. You know, I love seeing Tennessee out.
Thank them for what
Yes,
they did to
thank
Tennessee.
you, Purdue. Never thought I'd say that. Hope to see you in the Final Four. But it's I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on?
I thought Tennessee and Virginia would have been a better game.
I think so as well.
I mean, that's just my opinion. I think Purdue's going to win the game, just because I'm never sold on Virginia.
Yeah.
Not at this time of year,
Yeah.
and not really ever for that matter.
Yeah.
But,
Thank you.
I'm going to take Purdue in the matchup against Virginia. Although I do think it'll be close.
Yeah.
You know, Virginia games are so boring to watch because they're it's such a slow game. It's like, I think the final score is going to end up being 50 to 45 or something like that. It's going to end up being like a high-scoring football game or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I don't know, with the way Purdue is shooting the ball, they can run away with it in like that. You know, like Fano, just snap, everything's done. You know,
Mhm.
I'm excited for an end game, so that's why I had to bring that up. But it's gonna be so fun. But yeah, they can run away with it in just a matter of seconds. You know, they did it against Tennessee. They had a 21-point lead at one point.
they lost it.
That's the thing, though.
And
They
Thanos
have
came
to
in,
keep
right?
that. Yeah, there you go. They have to keep that lead. You know, and they have to hit free throws because they're not a good free throw shooting team. I've noticed that. You know, Matt Harms, he's a big guy. Big guys are typically not the best free throw shooters. So I guess their keys to winning this game are also hitting free throws. You know, that goes for everybody though, because those are points that you get and the clock's not even running. So. Yeah, we got Virginia and Purdue. It's a 1 and 3 seed, and then we have another 1 and 3 seed with Texas Tech and Gonzaga. So both wonderful matchups. So if you're not watching those tonight, give you something to do. Hopefully you haven't busted your brackets yet. Everybody's brackets been busted once, but there's always that second chance bracket that you can always have with the Elite Eight. There's only 4 games you have to pick, so I think it's gonna be very fun matchups today and tomorrow for that matter with Duke and Michigan State. Duke's they've had really close calls as of late. Michigan State is all around just a great team. So I don't know. They can be touchy at times. Though they lost to Indiana twice over this season. However, they've just dominated in this tournament. First game was a little iffy though. So
But they proved themselves.
Yeah.
Since
Oh,
20-point win against Minnesota and 17 against LSU.
Yeah, they made a key statement against LSU. You know, a lot of people picked LSU to win that game too. That's the thing, just because they have a lot better defense in my opinion, and they can shoot the three ball very well. So
LSU's tough.
yeah, without a doubt, they got the money too. So
Oh yeah.
well weighed.
All I'm saying is Duke has now escaped for the second game in a row.
On the same
They've been pushed
Yeah.
to their limit every single game too.
Mhm.
Michigan State had, once they were up probably 17, they're like, okay, that's it. We can take our starters out, have the rest up for Duke.
Yeah,
Well, even when Duke was playing UCF, Duke has gotten they got really lucky that pass on the alley-oop dunk was off by half a centimeter. And then, was it a shot on the basket that didn't go in, or was that yesterday's game?
Yes, it was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, well, even in the UCF game too, both of them, it's
In the UCF, it was like a bad roll. Like,
Yeah.
It was fixing to go in, and then it took a spin.
And the foul that wasn't called.
Yeah, there were so many fouls that weren't called that game.
Charge,
Yeah, it
a
was-
push in the back, and a hook and hold.
I mean, Duke's luck is going to run out eventually, and I think it's going to come tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised. Hot take. You guys ready for this?
You're
I would
usually
be-
scary accurate at these two, so I'm excited.
I would not be surprised if Duke gets blown out tomorrow. If they could, like, what's his name, R.J. Barrett?
Yeah.
He's not playing tomorrow, and
Cam Reddish.
Cam Reddish. Well, I mean, Duke hasn't been playing well recently, and Michigan State, they're red hot, they're good, and like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State runs away with this. They could win this one by 10 or 15.
I think
So there's your hot take.
Another hot take. The refs want more Zion dunks on the NCAA March Madness's Instagram. I tweeted about this earlier. The amount of bias that the NCAA has towards Zion Williamson and Duke Blue Devils is crazy. So they posted like 19 times like the same dunk that Duke had. They showed like putting the sticker on the board. They showed 3 plays from Kentucky. They showed a PJ dunk. They showed the final score, and they showed the last second shot in the block. So, I cannot wait until Duke is out.
Oh, yeah.
Our friend
They'll
Case.
still find a way to talk about
Oh, without a doubt. They'll talk about them.
it. Now that Duke's out of the tournament, where's Zion going to go? Where's RJ going to go?
Yeah.
Is Trey Jones going to the draft?
Yeah,
That's what they're
yeah.
going to talk about.
Is Cam Reddish going to be the next leader for the team next year? Probably not. Probably going to be Matthew Hurt.
So I've watched the last 2 Duke games, like the end of them.
Mhm.
I watched the end of the UCF game and the end of the Virginia Tech game, and I gotta say, it makes me sick to my stomach when I see those other teams lose like that.
No,
Especially to that. It's like when
You
Zion
think
Williamson
UCF
is like
is-
waving his arms in the air after they win. Like that makes me want to like go hurl or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We were talking about that. Me and Jack were watching the UCF game, and we literally just like were speechless. Well, we weren't speechless. We had to say a few choice words first, and then we were just like sitting there, just like I was sick. I don't know about you, Jack, but I was.
sick.
I
Because
was.
it was just like bogus win.
It really was.
I was literally like, well, congratulations, you literally like cheated your way to this victory. Like, I'm not saying they like paid the refs or anything, but like
Yeah.
they didn't really win that game.
Yeah, that was a shit show. Excuse my language. But
I'm
it was.
talking about UCF.
No, well, that's what I was talking about. But like, even then, like Virginia Tech, if they made that last shot, it was a 2, so they go into overtime. I don't think they would have won overtime
Yeah.
No.
against Duke. Duke's been in overtime this season, I'm pretty sure.
Unless they could have found out RJ Barrett or something.
Yeah, for real. I mean, Duke has a tough task with Michigan State coming up. I think, I don't know. It's a Big Ten ACC matchup. It's always fun to watch those.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Michigan State's gonna give Duke a run for their money, in my opinion. So
I think Duke will meet their match tomorrow.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. So we went over all 8 teams pretty much, and their keys to win essentially. So now we've seen the rankings for every team pretty much. Kentucky's in the lower half for most of the rankings, but we decided to give our own. This is the Zero Disrespect Podcast Elite 8 rankings right now. So Zach, we'll start with you, and we'll work our way this way.
So this is nowhere near accurate. This is kind of last minute, and as you guys were pointing out facts, I'll start to see the flaws in my my ranking, but I'm still going to read it as I have it. Anyway, so 1, I had Duke, 2, Michigan State, 3, Gonzaga, 4, Auburn, 5, UK, 6, Texas Tech, 7, Virginia, 8, Purdue. This is what I have.
So I have Emerson.
So, but for the most part, there's just a few that I would need to switch around on that, but I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
More than what I thought.
Jack, we'll go with you next.
Great. I have Gonzaga at number 1, mostly due to the fact that they haven't done anything to like deserve any lower.
Yeah.
They've won pretty easily in all their
Yeah.
games so far. Then
Florida State was a tough matchup until the second.
They kind of ran away with it at
exactly.
the end, though. The number 2, I had Michigan State. What they did to LSU, Minnesota. I mean, Bradley, yeah, sure, but I mean, they've improved since then, so you can't really knock it against them right now. Number 3, I have Texas Tech. What they did to Michigan, which is something else to see right there.
That was wild.
Them and Kentucky, their numbers are literally identical when it comes to defense and offense. Both hold their opposing teams like 53 points a game, whereas Kentucky scores 76 and Texas Tech only scores like roughly 72 points per game. So I have Kentucky at 4, Texas Tech at 3, just because Texas Tech has to face tougher opponents than Kentucky has. So that's why I give them a bit of an edge over Kentucky there, but they're pretty close together, I'd say.
Exactly.
Then 5, I have Duke. You can't really rank them too low because they do have like the top 2 players in the nation, well, 2 of the top 3 players in the nation. John Morant's number 2.
Yeah. Future Phoenix Sun,
Future
John
Phoenix,
Morant.
yeah.
That's his new name.
That's his title. Future Phoenix Sun, John Morant. If Phoenix does get the number 2 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't screw that up.
Hopefully they get 1.
Yeah, if they get 1, that's something else. But that's a topic for a different day. But like I was saying, I have them at 5. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson. Trey Jones was looking good, but
Trey Jones was looking
he was looking good. But again, game before he shot 1 for 8 from 3, so inconsistent play right there. So never really know what you're getting out of them.
Honestly,
And then I have Auburn after that at 6. But the thing about that is that Cam Reddish not playing, I would put Auburn ahead of Duke, just because of their depth. I feel like is a bit better. Even with Okiki out, I feel like they're a better team if they don't have Reddish, because then they're just relying on 2 people to score all of their points.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to work. Then 7, I have Virginia. I mean, they've lost to Duke twice. You can't really put them ahead of Duke. And they really, like we said earlier, haven't played a single team in this tournament that makes you say, oh wow, they're the real deal. They haven't played anyone that like makes them like that makes a statement, I should say.
Yeah.
And I mean, they've been close in all their games too.
Oh yeah,
for the most part. I mean, they were losing at halftime, right? To the 16th seed Gardner Webb.
Yeah, they were losing by like 4 or 5 at halftime.
I mean, they really haven't looked good at all in this tournament.
Yeah.
I don't think you can say they have.
No, I don't think so either.
And like you said, they're the most boring team to watch in the tournament. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, they rely defense wins championships, but when you rely that heavily on your defense,
When you can't execute on offense, it's
not going to work out.
In order to be a great defensive team, you have to execute on offense too.
You have to at least be somewhat efficient.
Yeah.
And
They're lucky they're not playing Tennessee.
yeah,
Yeah,
they really
for real.
are.
They were playing Tennessee, they would be blown
They
out.
rely on their backcourt a lot too. That's where they rely on the most.
Yeah.
And then I have Purdue last just because they rely on Carson Edwards and the other dude.
Matt
Klein.
Arms.
Klein. Yeah, Klein. They rely on those 2 guys for like all of their scoring. And if one of them gets shut down, what are you going to do, you know?
Carson Edwards went 3 for 24 against Indiana.
Yeah.
They barely won,
Yeah.
but still,
But
like
it's
3 for
Indiana.
24. That's if you can shut them down. If you can shut Carson Edwards down, game over.
Yeah. So that's why I have them there, but I still think they're going to beat Virginia. I just rank Virginia ahead of them right now, just because they're the 1 seed or whatever.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna count down 8 to 1. All right, number 8, I have Auburn. And the reason why I put them there is because they lost their best guy, but also I don't know near as much about like individual players on these teams as you guys do. But I could see Auburn very well win this game against us tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised if they do. And I would go as far to say is if Auburn wins this game tomorrow, they'll be in the championship.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, a lot of these picks that I have, you could argue which one is better. And it's really hard to make them. But moving on to number 7, I put Virginia. They're boring to watch. They're a 1 seed, but
They have the strength of a 5 seed.
yeah, it's really like
they just there hasn't been a game this season where you can say, oh, Virginia really made a statement in that game, because they lost to Duke both times, so they haven't really made a statement in any game they played this season.
how did they fare against North Carolina?
They did play North Carolina. They did beat North Carolina. That was also
That
they
was
played them
really-
like when North Carolina was like not doing too hot. Like when they were like a 4 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Virginia, I'm not really sold on them. And they're, like I said, they're not very good around this time of year.
Yeah.
So if history repeats itself, then they'll be out. Was it tomorrow when they play next?
Virginia plays today.
Oh, then they'll be out by tonight. So Purdue, I gotta say, given the people that live on our floor that cheer for Purdue, they rub me the wrong way now. And I'm going to pick Purdue to beat Virginia tonight, but I don't think they're going to beat whoever it is they play in the Final Four. Like you guys said, like Carson Edwards went 3 for 24 against Indiana. Indiana's garbage. I don't care. I don't care. What anybody says. Indiana's not a basketball school anymore. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Anyway, then at 5, I'm going to put Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech is a great team. I mean, how many points did Michigan score in the first half? I mean, like 17.
It was something ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, they only finished like 48 too.
Yeah.
That's insane.
well,
You got Jordan Poole on that team, one of the best shooters in the game.
Charles Matthews.
Yeah, Charles Matthews is
Former
really.
Kentucky Wildcat.
They proved themselves. Texas Tech did in that game.
Texas Tech is going to be a tough out.
Yeah, they're going to be scary.
And moving on, I got Kentucky at 4. I think Kentucky's a good team, but I'm not entirely sold on them still.
Yeah.
Just based off of, like I said, this goes back to their inability to put teams away.
Yeah.
We can say what we want about how Duke is not putting teams away, but we're not really doing it either.
Yeah.
And I just hope that it bites them before it gets us, or we fix ourselves.
Yeah.
But as far as the game, I think Kentucky's going to win tomorrow. I think we'll be in the Final Four. State Street will go crazy like it did yesterday. Although I'm gonna be honest, State Street was like low key mild.
It's because cops were there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sweet
those,
16, they're waiting for a bigger party.
Yeah. I mean.
those guys were about to burn that chair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was
Oh yeah.
This chair won't exist in 40 minutes.
Okay, just in case you guys are wondering, when we were walking to State Street yesterday, there were 3 guys in front of us, and they were carrying like a wooden, like would you say like a lawn chair?
Yeah.
was
The
like
ones
a
that are on Rose Street.
Yeah, like the ones that are on Rose Street. So it's like they're carrying this. What was that one of them from Rose Street?
It looks like
Oh my! Somebody might get in trouble for that. But anyway, they're carrying this thing, and like Jack said, the guy was like, "Well, this isn't gonna, this thing isn't gonna exist anymore in like 15 minutes or something like that." And it's a shame that I know why they took it away because they knew it was gonna happen to us. But I kind of wanted to find out anyway, But no, and then back to this. We got off topic. I put Duke at number 3. I'm not really sold on Duke, but I can't disrespect them either. I think they are. I think they are a better team than us, as far as like top to bottom, but they're not playing better than us right now.
Yeah.
Then Gonzaga at 2. What can I say? No one really took them seriously, but they just blew out Florida State.
Yeah.
Florida State's not bad. They took Duke to the wire early on this season.
Yeah,
I told you guys that the same thing happened to Virginia Tech and UCF. I watched the Florida State Duke game. It was in like March or February.
Yeah.
Was it Zion or RJ that hit that shot with like 2 seconds left? Made me sick to my stomach.
It was one of the two. They're going to talk about it on ESPN the next day, regardless if they won or lost.
All I'm saying is, if Duke gets knocked out, Jay Billis might have to delete his Twitter.
Jay Billis will not be on College Game Day the next Saturday because he'll be eating ice cream, mint chocolate chip for that matter. Mint chocolate chip is the worst one. So he will be eating mint chocolate chip ice cream on his love seat, watching Zion Williamson beat Kentucky 118-80.
And he'll sit there and listen to Ellie Goulding or whatever.
Yeah. Wow, that's 2 minutes slash.
All right. And then finally, Michigan State. They're nasty. I think that they've been one of the most underrated teams. And yeah, they did lose to Indiana twice, but it's whatever. Outside of that,
Pretty good list, guys. Pretty good lists. I will also go from 8 to 1. I have Virginia at 8. Regardless if they're a 1 seed or not, there's only 3 1 seeds left. They're the worst one. They had a close game against Oregon. It was a 12 seed, and they were down at the half against Gardner-Webb, a 16 seed. And they decimated the 9 seed. But the thing is, they're going up against a number 3 Purdue shooting team or whatever. They are a great shooting team. They rely heavily on their defense, like you said, Jack, and they have to execute on offense if they want to win this game. So, I have Virginia 8, Purdue at 7. I think this is going to be a very fun matchup, but it's going to be between 2 teams who rely too much, either one on offense or one on defense. Purdue is not the best defensive team, and we've seen that, especially in the game against Tennessee, blowing like a 20-point lead with like 5 minutes to go. They went into overtime for it, too. So, and credit to Purdue for finishing the game as well.
One thing I want to add there is that Purdue were to get a lead that big, there's no way in hell Virginia could come back.
Yeah, that's true.
Virginia doesn't have
That's
the
true.
offense.
Yeah.
That's true. Kyle Guy would have to step up tremendously, though.
So bet on it.
You shut down Kyle Guy, you shut down Virginia's offense.
That's true. That's true. I'm going to switch mine up a little bit. I had Kentucky at 6. I'm going to put Auburn at 6 right now. I'm going to put Auburn at 6 only because of Chuma Okeke. If he was not out, they would be number 4 on my list. So I'm going to put Auburn at number 6 just because of the fact that they lost Chuma Okeke. However, this is zero disrespect to them. They blew out Kansas and North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
They
That dude is a beast.
They are not a team to mess with. However, I don't think they're going to fare very well going against Kentucky without Chuma Okeke. He's a great defender and
Who's going to guard PJ for him,
yeah, exactly. So I have Auburn at 6. I'll have Duke at number 5. Or no, I'll have Kentucky at number 5. That's what it was. I have Kentucky at number 5 just because of their close calls against Wofford and Houston. Both one's really good at three-point shooting, one's very good at defense. We weren't scoring a lot in either of those games, so that's going to be key for Kentucky. Like I said earlier, they're going to have to execute on
Offense
shots.
has to be better.
Yeah, without a doubt. We have to guard Bryce Brown and Jared Harper on that perimeter as well as not letting Horace Spencer, Owen Reed, Travis, PJ Washington. So number 4, I have Duke, just because the star power. Even without Cam Reddish, I think they'll somehow find a way to do it. They'll somehow find a way to. They're going to get Zion on a block. Like Zion's going to block it off the rim. They're going to show it 70,000 times in my face. They
miss a goaltending call.
Yeah, exactly. They're going up against Michigan State. It's going to be a hard matchup. Cam Reddish, when Cam Reddish not playing, is detrimental to their offense and defense. Yeah.
No one else can shoot the 3 on that team.
Yeah, exactly.
That's saying
they're going to have to
something.
execute on 3 if they want to win this game.
It's saying something because they can't shoot a 3 in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Free throws too. They're a horrible free throw shooting team.
Dude.
Yeah, Duke. Oh, they're horrible at free throw. Zion. They.
Oh, I knew Zion.
RJ is probably the best one.
RJ's not even that good with free throws.
Yeah, even then. Yeah, seriously. So speed things up a little bit. Number 3, I have Texas Tech just because of their defense. They shut down Michigan with Matthews and Poole. I think Texas Tech going up against Gonzaga, number one seed and number 1 offense. They're going to have a big matchup going forward. So number 2, Michigan State, just because they've been blowing out every team pretty much. It seems like since the beginning. Bradley was a little bit iffy, but they pulled away with a win just in time. So Michigan State going up against Duke. That's going to be a powerhouse matchup on CBS tomorrow night. So number 1, I have Gonzaga, just because Rui Hachimura is leading that team. They've blown out every opponent almost every game, seems like, except for that St. Mary's Big East Championship or whatever. But I think all in all, Gonzaga is the best team right now. They're looking the best on defense and offense. They have a great teammate chemistry, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if they won it all. To be honest, I want Kentucky to win it all, but any of these teams can do it. It's just a matter of who's the better team in the end at the end of the 40 minutes. So, or in Purdue's case, the 45 minutes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all we have for today. Do we have any shout-outs? Any shout-outs today?
Oh, let me think. I'll just shout out my parents.
Yeah.
Because they've been watching. They've
Yeah.
been watching a lot.
Appreciate you, Mr. Miss Nichols. Zach, you got any?
Parents.
Parents? Who you got, Wyatt?
Parents and the soccer team.
Yeah.
Our soccer team plays West Virginia tomorrow.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's at like 3 o'clock, which is like 40 minutes after the game
Yeah,
starts.
that's true. That's true.
It is a shame, but they play West Virginia tomorrow. I hate West Virginia.
Yeah.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
And
You're
so we'll beat them. We're not going to talk about that.
Personally, shout out to Grandma. I love her to death. She's kind of sick right now, so I hope you get better. And also shout out to PJ Washington. Dude's a monster. Came back, 16 points off the bench. Love having you back. The entire Kentucky team, for that matter. Love watching him. And shout out to Chumo Kiki. Hope you get better. Great player, great guy. Well, Jack, you started it. We shall let you finish.
All right, actually, one more thing. A quick shout out to my dad again because he was actually the one that reminded me that I called that on the podcast last episode. Like, I didn't even remember that. I said
Dad's watching. He's watching.
Yeah. All right. This has been another episode of the Zero Disrespect Podcast with Isaac Keller, special guest Wyatt Oxford.
Appreciate you joining us.
Zach Kasener.
Always.
Said that right? All right, cool. Unique people, different opinions.
Yeah, you got it.
And of course, zero disrespect. Thank you for watching.
Appreciate it. Go Big Blue.